Trump is begging Iranian leaders not to execute 8 AI-generated women. It's the funniest thing I've ever seen. Wait, what? Breaking. The Islamic Republic is preparing to hang 8 women. Not a word from the international community or so-called human rights organizations. What? Isn't this literally from the, what do you call it? This is from the Israeli thing. This is like an Israeli op that just like creates AI generated victims of Iran. They very openly were talking about it at some conference the other day. And Eyal Yacobi, of course, like the #1 liar in Israel, Israel's greatest liar, which again, big list, right? And he still tops it. He immediately took the photo. He immediately took the photo and was like, these are the 8 women that like the Islamic Republic is planning to hang. And then Donald Trump, Truth Social, to the Iranian leaders who will soon be in negotiations with my representatives, I would greatly appreciate the release of these women. I am sure they will respect the fact that you did so. Please do them no harm. Would be a great start to our negotiations. Thank you for your attention to this matter, President Donald J. Trump. And then, very good news. I've just been informed that the 8 women protesters who are going to be executed tonight in Iran will no longer be killed. 4 will be released immediately and 4 will be sentenced to 1 month in prison. I very much appreciate that Iran and its leaders respected my request. Wow, what an incredible beacon of leniency Iran is. They went from we have to assassinate these people to we'll just give them a month in prison. At this point, I don't even know, like, you think someone on the Iranian side is like, yeah, definitely. We will release these AI women from prison. I don't know. I don't know if it's like AI women that are supposed to be like real women that they somehow AI-ified or something. Not a single one of these people is facing execution for a crime, and several of them are not even incarcerated. What do you say? What do you fucking say, dude? Trump is inventing AI women that are in prison only to then release them from prison when in fact whoever like the real life equivalent of the AI women are not even in prison. That's awesome. That is the best, like that right there is the best possible timeline we could be on, where our fucking boomer pedophile president is like inventing problems that he has solved in his mind. This is the disconnected controller you give to your younger brother to make him think he's actually playing. Now, the funniest version of this is whether or not the Iranians know he's just a fucking idiot and are just going, yes, Mr. President, of course. Or if there's someone on his team that is trying to keep him occupied so he doesn't fuck the bag up, or if Trump is just making this shit up on his own. This is a very real question. Unfortunately, it's one that we must ask ourselves. What is the truth here? Are the Iranians aware that the president is a demented boomer and are choosing to lean into that to be like, oh yeah, we'll give you concessions on this definitely real thing, that happened, okay? This is literally like I'm pretty sure we could convince the president he nuked Tehran. Just give him like a big red button and have him press it and then just like show him an AI video of how like Tehran has been nuked. Then he could just like tweet it out loud. 20% of the country would also believe it. And then we could just continue living our lives. We could just be like, all right, it's time to retreat, right? It's time to retreat from the region. Who cares? Like they want to live in their own, alternative reality anyway. We might as well just give them that alternative reality where they're like, you guys are winning all the elections. Good job, Grandpa. Have you discussed Anne Hathaway reverting to Islam? Dude, this is now officially the hangout spot for millennials who unironically operate like 85-year-old boomers who get fucking brain dusted off of Facebook posts that are totally fake. Bro, she said inshallah one time and everyone's like, oh, she's actually a Muslim now. What the fuck? Wait, discussing film. A fan has gifted Anne Hathaway a copy of the Quran at the Devil Wears Prada 2 premiere after she said inshallah in a recent interview.
Quran for you, because I saw the video where you said inshallah, and I was anyway thinking to give you that. And then
hangout spot for millennials. Do you know where you are? It's true. This is, bro, white person says inshallah and all of a sudden, man, what the hell? Oh, buddy. White men are being genocided by Anne Hathaway. Okay, fuck it. Let's just start out.
Really want to hopefully live for and enjoy a life. I want to have a long, healthy life. Inshallah, I hope so. I just really want to hopefully live for and enjoy a life. I want to have a long, healthy life. Inshallah.
Bro, this is all it took. Remember what I told you about the Ummah, okay? A lot of you are not Muslim. A lot of you don't know what the Muslim world operates like. I'm giving you the fucking cheat code. If you're a white person, if you're Christian, if you're famous, celebrity, or even half famous, you throw a little bone in the direction of Muslims, they will fucking die for you. That's all it is, okay? The Ummah loves a white Christian that turns around and throws a bone to Islam. Just like, oh, Islam mentioned. They will start fucking waving the green flags. Okay? That is not all. She changed her name to Inaya Hifawi. No, she didn't. I promise you, dude. Listen, here's the thing, okay? Muslims, especially in 2026, in like the last couple of decades, they haven't gotten a good rap, all right? It's always bad, negative PR, oftentimes deliberately concocted in an effort to justify killing Muslims, right? So I think there's a real soft spot for any white Christian that goes, hey, I'm gonna throw a bone. Like, that's just what it is. She took the Shahada at my mosque, bro, is real. You hear one Westerner say inshallah and everyone goes, oh my God, this is the greatest. She has reverted. You're just mad because you're getting Islam mogged. I don't care at all. But I'm happy that we got more white people saying inshallah. White people saying inshallah is a good thing. Yes, she has received the light of Allah. She is now reverted to Islam, mashallah, to Anne Hathaway on her journey. Did you see her post about the poll on you? I know. After chirping non-fucking stop, she once again finds herself aligned with the Republicans, which is really funny. You realize the average unfavorable opinion here is Republican, right? You know, you were weeks away from working in the White House, but this seems okay too. Don't feel too bad. I was the White House domestic policy advisor, job of my dream, and worked at the White House for about 4 years. Clearly, you don't pay much attention. They literally, she was supposed to be appointed and couldn't be appointed because she tweets too much. So, you know, that is kind of the future that she designed for herself. Don't understand why she's still seething. I mean, I kind of do understand, but whatever. This is a day of unity, I guess, across the board.
National legislation.
Hello, Hassan. You have blind spots. Hello, Hassan. You have blind spots. So the person who replied, I can't see. Chat is too fast. All right, let's hear it. Let's hear it, dude. It's struggle session time, okay? I love when liberals do Maoist struggle sessions, okay? Skip to 2340 if you just want key takeaways. Chatter, do you feel like this is a productive use of your time, our time, what we're doing a little quick self-plug here? I love you, Chatter. Thank you for trying to make me a better person, okay? And everybody else in the chat, don't dunk on this person doing self-promo, okay? Even though, you know, probably not the best the way to go about it. But just like, what the fuck are we doing, man? What are we doing? What are we doing? What are we fucking doing? You're so nice. Yeah, I mean, you should be nicer to our allies here, okay? Even if they're fucking annoying, which they are. Virginia is the last bastion for the deep state. It's their counteroffensive. They need to eliminate all opposition voices and consolidate power in order to stage the next political assault on the U.S. Dude, remember, I need you to remember something, okay? They did January 6th. Like, look, I think it was funny, okay? You know my opinion on January 6th. But, like, if you care about, like, the democratic process or whatever, okay, you cannot be defending January 6th and then turning around and fucking complaining about shit like this, okay? Never forget the very same people, including, I mean, Tim Pool, that literally got paid by Russia anyway through Tenet Media. That's a totally separate story. But just like, remember, these are the same fucking people. What? January 6th was not funny. The left treating it as a joke is why Trump is back in the White House. Buddy, what leftist is the reason why Donald Trump is not in prison for doing January 6th? While it was objectively a funny incident, I will never not laugh at fucking HVAC business owners literally crawling up the steps of the rotunda, okay, to walk in, to think that they could just like undermine the democratic process because they were able to tackle this like symbolic vote certification process while they demand to murder Mike Pence, okay? What fucking leftist is the reason why Donald Trump is not behind bars? I'm a very fair guy, okay? I'm a very pragmatic guy, perhaps too pragmatic. Some of the people on the to my left get mad at me for this, but the idea that like it's the left that is the reason why Trump is not behind bars is fucking idiotic, okay? I've said this before. Throw his bitch ass in prison, okay? Throw his bitch ass in prison. Yeah, I said that too. I said the same shit. I said, hey, look, Brazil did the right thing. It wasn't my fault. The idea of January 6th is not funny. The execution of January 6th was and is hilarious. Yes, you will never convince me that people who flew from all around the country, just like the fattest Treatlerites you've ever seen, the fattest small business Hitlerites in the entire country gathered in the Capitol to walk through the halls of Congress, and they thought that like intercepting this symbolic process, this vote certification process, would somehow magically overturn the motherfucking results of the past Democratic election. It just doesn't work that way. And not only did we not punish the Republican Party for doing this, none of the motherfuckers that did January 6th even got announced a punishment either. Charlie Kirk was bussing fools. Turning Point USA. Charlie Kirk was bussing motherfuckers to the Capitol, man. What are we talking about? If you don't take it seriously as a Democratic Party, you can't expect me to not laugh at it, okay? Yeah, they did Hogchella, and you're out here expecting me not to laugh. It was objectively funny. Charlie Kirk was at January 6th. Oh my God. Not only was he at January 6th, he bust people, okay? Nick Fuentes too. They all did. Those losers had a 1-4 KD ratio and they managed was to put a feet on a desk. Yeah. Not only that, but also, they had no real no mechanism for success, okay? They had nothing going on. They got fucking jailed, the people that participated in it. Some of them got jailed. Donald Trump won the election again, and then he released them. And then half of the motherfuckers are back in jail because they're either attempting to do suicide by cop or just have a tendency to secure child sexual abuse material, it seems. Half of them are fucking pedophiles, dude. How is that possible? How do you have a movement where so many of them are straight up pedophiles? How is that possible? It's unbelievable. It is truly unbelievable that you got a movement comprised almost entirely of small business Treatlerites that happen to have unbelievable amounts of child sexual abuse material in their fucking hard drives. How is that possible? These are just like the biggest villains of all time. They're just so gross, so evil. And we have to act as though they're normal. We have to act as though they're not fucking freaks. Democrats tell me like, oh, we want a strong Republican Party. No, I want no Republican Party, okay? Maybe a symbolic one. That's my argument. Okay, so of course, on this glorious day when the Democrats are finally fighting back, okay, like they got something to lose, they're finally fucking fighting back and winning. Baseless claim. Oh, is it? Is that a baseless claim? Does that hurt your feelings to hear about how many of the January 6ers that got released from prison had to go back to prison because they were, taking their dicks out in the nearest fucking kindergarten? Does that hurt your feelings to hear? Pedocon is a theory like gravity is a theory, okay? Pedocon is just reality. Sorry if that fucking hurts your fifis, I'd say suck my dick, but, I'm 34 years old. It's a couple decades too old for you, I think. Dumbass.